Hello everybody! Let's click over to the game where I'm testing the well, I don't think it is actually the ship I built in the last stream, but it's close enough. Doesn't have the default apply. Sometimes you need to click on a different ship to get that to reset. Nope, still doing it. Oh my goodness. Robbo, thank you for the resub on Twitch. Appreciate it. 32 months beneath the mast. My goodness me. Anyway, I'm just testing out this design. That was a nice hit. How's everybody doing today? Secondaries getting involved. Missed. Torpedoes going out. Oh, oh, oh. Da, 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 da. Mechanicus Auto Mod is on your case today. You talked about eliminating a country, but you used the collective noun, which could also refer to the people. Hey, Train Tank Plane, and Alaric, and who have we got on YouTube? Train Boy, Baden, Evil Brains, Kinu, Avipants, Sarah, and that's it, I think. Can you delete that light cruiser, please? They do have a torpedo loaded. Pew, 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 pew. Your day is fine. Disappointed in the game and Steam issue. Oh, yes, you were having trouble getting it to work. Like, full stop. I'm not sure what to recommend. Because it's normally pretty stable. Have you posted in the technical support bit of the Game Lab forums? They're usually helpful. Oh, don't change target. Finish it. Nothing. Pew, 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 pew. You did post in the forums and they've not been able to help you. What's the main tower? Boom. Come on, get him. No! Boo! Hiss! Rate of fire is too low. They're getting taken apart. Close enough. Oh no! They whiffed. Interesting. Didn't like being closed in on. Anyway, leave the battle. Let's get back to the shared designs. Yes, you can now refit. I've not had a chance to try it, but you can refit ships that you take in a peace deal, which actually makes taking ships in a peace deal worthwhile now. I don't know if you can then copy the design and then build your own, which would be kind of cool. Yeah, the Pennsylvania, this is not my design. This is someone else's shared design. So we were here. We're in 1915, I think. Although, even if you go to 1920, you only get access to these ones? What was the last one I built? The Nebraska, which is this one. The Dreadnought USA, I think. Or it's the experimental one. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go to... What do we got here? Mark 1. This would have 13s. What do we get here? Still 13s. Screw it. I say we go to 1925. Hey, Right Admiral. Remove the security system. Oh, Norton 360. Ugh. Yeah, I only run Windows Defender these days. Actually, one of the best little things you can get is from Microsoft. If you look up for, it's part of the Windows Power Tools suite, PC Manager. Really, really helpful. It kind of does what CCleaner used to do, but it also gives you Windows Defender scan now button right there. I've never had a problem with Windows Defender. I think it's fine. Oh no, the Orion hull. That's not American enough. But these two, particularly this one, could potentially be amusing. Although, no, they're very similar. Yeah, let's go for this one. Hey, Lorenzo. Comically small funnels. See, this is the opposite to the G3. It feels like the hull is oversized compared to the towers. Right, guns. What do we get access to? Mark 3 14-inch. Cool. See what I mean? Like, look at the size of a 14-inch turret on this thing. Is there a way to reduce it? Well, probably, but I'm doing a shared design. If I was playing the campaign, I would probably reduce beam and draft on this ship. Ugly blasphemy. Could be a Michigan, but she had 12s. Well, I mean, I like to get into the mindset of whichever country I'm playing. And yeah, that Orion... Well, it's supposed to be the Orion hull, but let's be honest, it's a Vendar 10. Wishing you could listen with sounds on. Goodness. Yeah. Well, you're not hearing what I'm saying, but hi. Ilari, fellow Shipyard Champions competitor. This would be a Super Dreadnought. Looks Super Dreadnoughty to me. It's doing that thing where it doesn't update the gun lengths. There we go. We'll probably will make a Lexington. Our best gun at the moment is the 14-inch. I don't know if anybody watching has tried the experimental version of the Dreadnought Improvement Project, but I am working on an improved version, or next version, however you want to think about it, that makes some changes to when guns unlock. I love it when I make a historical design by accident. So yeah, I'm working away on it. You can try it if you're on my Discord. There's a link to it. Basically, looking at quite a lot to do with the guns being changed. Again, just trying to keep improving the game. Oh, we've got high cap. Cool. Right, we're a little bit overweight. Insert joke here. Lexington's use 16-inch, yeah. I don't know if it's the Mark II, which look like this, or whatever the... I think the Mark IIIs look the same, though. 150%. Yeah, 16-inch belt. Sounds about right to me. Obviously, these are high cap shells. I'm very quickly going to give it base views just to get the pen numbers. Yeah, 4-inch should be fine. Main deck. Whoa. I'm going to go 6. Shouldn't take hits at 30,000 meters, but not in this time period. But it might. HE. Yeah, 1.5 will be fine. 18 on the tower. Yeah, let's go 18.9 on the turret. 4, 1.5. 4. 3, 1.5. Gun length's 5-inch. 45. 2-inch 40. Oh, that's the 40. Okay. 50s. There we go. Yeah. Armoured cruiser with 4 inches of armour, Mechanicus, is the minimum. 4-inch on the main belt, nothing anywhere else. That is literally the minimum armour it could possibly have. Good evening from Down Underverse. Hello. Yeah, of course it could use more guns. This would be the New Mexico class if it had one funnel. Awesome. So Super Dreadnought, I mean, feel free to disagree with me if you're an actual historian, or you know more than me, or even if you don't know more than me, you could disagree with this. For me, a Super Dreadnought is any ship that had Dreadnought battleship style, so they wouldn't be particularly fast, 21 to 25 knots, that had at least 8, 14, 15, or 16-inch guns. That kind of is your Super Dreadnought. So, and you could argue about the 13.5 being a Super Dreadnought caliber or not. But yeah, it depends how you look at it. Yes, we'll call Drakidiful and ask him, but I'm sure he'll say the same thing. Julian, thank you very much for subscribing with Prime. It's very kind of you. Welcome. Right, we need to get this thing underway. I'm going to do the silly thing. Because I know the Americans build a ship like this. And use the Doria layout. Now I'm only 2% overweight. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth's would be a Super Dreadnought. Things like that. I'm sure we'll get to Iowa probably today. I'll probably finish the USA today. Standard class ship with 14, sure. But I'd argue the standards were Super Dreadnoughts. A regular Dreadnought probably has like a 12-inch gun. It's a Nevada! Woo! Let's reduce the range. I haven't done the layers. Maybe I can get away with it with the layers. Because some of them are a little bit thick. 2.5 to 1.5. And same on the... No, that's going to add weight. Fine. Minimum range. We're American. We don't care about fuel efficiency. Yeah, that's not bad. And yeah, gives me an excuse to use the duals over triples. What would this be? Nevada? Sort of. I mean, not really. It's close enough. Right, what else can we build in 1925? Does DIP change which parts are available for which hulls? No, not at the moment. Or ever. No, it doesn't. If you don't have towers or funnels, then you need to change your research, because they're in a different research tab to the hulls. If, however, they just don't fit, that's a vanilla issue. Resizing things is something that they need to kind of work on a bit. It's close enough. It did have 2 triples and 2 duals. It has 2 funnels instead of 1 funnel. It's close enough. Close enough. Close enough to annoy somebody as well. I'll turn up and you go, Nevada? It doesn't... It's close to a Nevada, but it's not quite a Nevada, and that'll annoy somebody. We got the Battlecruiser 3. What did we build on previously? And did I do a Battlecruiser for them? No, because the last ships I did were 1910. That is someone at my door. Excuse me. I will leave Admiral Thank you, Admiral Chair. More guns. Chair of the Admiralty. So we haven't done a battle cruiser. We can do a battle cruiser. Oh. Da, 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 da. 28 knots. It's not particularly fast, but it is reasonable enough, I suppose. Cage-Mast battlecruiser. I know they're terrible. You don't have to tell me they're terrible. This one also seems too big. Is there a... Yeah, that one looks better. Probably something like this. Oh yeah, so they were moving the New Jersey. Going to go and get some maintenance, I think. Nice. They don't fit, so let's use 3-inch quad. All right. Building oil. Mind you, I should probably start using turbo electric, shouldn't I, on American ships? Oh well, they're using steam. I'm going to leave this one with base fuse shells because as a battle cruiser, it's not going to have much in the way of secondaries. So it needs more punchy HE shells. But the battleship is probably more going to be like bombarding shore targets, so probably would prefer the high cap HE. I mean, super battlecruiser. I mean, the battlecruiser with the biggest guns that were actually built was about 15-inch. And depends on your definition of battlecruiser. The term super battlecruiser isn't one that really got used very much. It was just battle cruisers. Yeah, let's go 16. 446. 1.5. I'll add a fair bit of weight. 1.5. 95%. Many bulkheads. Maximum bulkheads. Nice. That's a pretty nasty little thing. Not a ship that the US ever built. "14-inch battlecruiser. Hey, Thunderchild. Cool. Next. We've got some heavy cruisers. Jesus. Which are pretty garbage. I think the hull I like the most is this one, which is Italian. Right. Oh, we get those towers. What? This one has worse stats than this one. Let's go for the 2 then. 2 doesn't fit. 1. Oh, jeez. Oh, thank you very much for the $2. Vognovic Gaming. Thank you very much. Same. Choose the American class. See, I could do this. The only problem is... Oh, it does have a funnel mount. Oh, well, that's convenient. It's going to look very strange, this ship, but it works, I think. Given the size, I reckon an 8-inch triple? Something like that. Yeah, I think a quad 3-inch is my best bet. It's a little bit light on the secondaries. What about torpedoes? Just on the side. I won't put the 4.5 launcher on. You can start screaming about heresy in the comments. Oh, okay, even with a balanced boiler, we're only getting 75% efficiency. Meaning it's really wanting me to fit a second funnel. But I don't want to fit a second funnel. What else could I do? Forced. And 28 knots. Not 285 knots. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. No, I don't have to have 2 funnels. If I don't want 2 funnels, I don't have to have them. I can have as many funnels as I want. Okay. 8-inch belt would be more than enough. And 1.5 fore and aft is probably fine too. AP is really nothing much on the deck still. Whoops, all funnels design. See the French campaign. 10-inch on the guns, maybe put 5-inch on the roof, just in case they take hits from something a bit bigger than these ships are supposed to go up against. 0.5. Oops. 0.5. 0.3. 0.2. Gun links. No, I'll just leave them as default. I shouldn't really fiddle around with them when I'm doing shared designs. I'm being naughty earlier. And just in the habit of changing the gun links. Yeah, sure. Seems reasonable enough. That means we can have nice to haves. That's the only place it goes. It's the only place I get a funnel mount. I would put it here, where the boat deck is. There we go. That'll do. Anyone want to suggest a name for this heavy cruiser? Because obviously it shouldn't be called the South Dakota, because that's a battleship name. Anyway, you think about a name. Admiral Chair will take over, and I'm going to go and get a refill. Detroit. Sure. Trainer. Guam. Comet. Omaha is a state as well, isn't it? Topeka. Adamant Avenger. Milwaukee. Phoenix. Long Beach. I kind of like Detroit. Is that bad? The Big Stick. Pierre. Oh, that's a good one. As the capital city of South Dakota. I like that. Shelby, Birmingham. Good suggestions as well. All right. Light cruiser. Not the modern one. Do you have the right, this hull. This nonsense. What is it? Remove it. I hate it. Anyway, let's go with a nicer hull. The modern light cruiser 2. Yeah, I think around the same kind of tonnage. Just a different mission profile. A little bit faster. Hmm. 25 to 18. I think this one. It's a good mixture of stats, cost, and displacement. These are just a main tower, but backwards, aren't they? Oh no, they're not. Okay, cool. These are different and don't fit. So, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. I'm just going to go with a cheap one, to be honest. Because we still need to put funnels down. Turbo Dual Funnel. It's a cool name, if nothing else. Nice. Okay. Well, it's a light cruiser, so 6-inch. Seems about right to me. Excellent. Glorious. Pew pew pew. It's quite a lot of pew 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 for for a light cruiser. 6-inch seems small. I have already done a Brooklyn, I think, although it got deleted because they updated something. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about doing a historical design. Ooh. Bunch of 3-inch guns. Might take this gun off so that the torpedo launcher can have a little bit of room. Still fits. I'm surprised these aren't gun mounts up in the top. Oh, gonna want me to use a quad launcher, aren't you? Oh no, wait, it's because it's not mirroring them. There we go. Double, triple super firing. Yes, that's amusing. But I do have to try and keep these somewhat sensible. Again, I'm not trying to make players who come across these cry. Wow. Hey, M14. It is almost a Brooklyn, yeah. Not really a Brooklyn. Yeah, well, welcome back. Yeah, we go 6, 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 3, 8, 7.5, 6, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 5, 1, and 0.5. Question, how can I see the amount of tonnage within one fleet? If you hover over it on the map, you'll get a little tooltip popping up, and that shows you the maximum displacement amongst other things. as in the total displacement of the whole ship. Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty nice light cruiser for 1925. Certainly not fun to fight against. Well, hopefully it is fun to fight against. Do you know what I mean? It's a thick light cruiser. And this is the god-awful destroyer that I absolutely refuse to use. But we can do a little 2,000-ton little. It's not that little. A 2,000-ton destroyer. Doesn't fit. Doesn't fit. Does fit. Only need the one funnel. That's nice. You can't give destroyers 6-inch guns. This is This is super long. Can I just make you shorter? Let's go for... yeah, 1650. I'm a little bit overweight. Just a touch. What is so heavy? The torpedo tubes. And the extremely heavy tower I had to use. You can, yes, you can get them 5.9s, but with the ship pack ships, I tend not to change the size of the guns. Whoa, why was that so loud? It's because I accidentally turned the volume up in my headphones. It's going to put me very overweight. What if I went to single 5s? Even then, struggling. Can I up the displacement without changing the size too much? Yes. Nope. Let's go for 1800. How does the game know if the AI has researched the required modules for that ship design if you use a ship pack? So, let's take the rooks here. I know it's overweight, but let's pretend that it wasn't overweight. So when the AI decides to build a destroyer, it looks to see if it has any available shared designs. So an available shared design means that the AI has to have the hull that you built it on, the components you put on, so it must have Mark 4 5-inch guns, it must have Mark 3 quad torpedo launchers, it must have access to this tower and this barbette, etc., etc. And it must have access to every component you put on the ship. So if you put, say, the sonar, right? If it only has sonar 1, this design is not available for it to build. But it does still know about this design and can copy it, sort of. That's kind of how it works. But to see the actual design itself, everything has to line up. And I kind of wish there was a... It would probably break the game, and you could abuse it. But it would be interesting if there was a more than always use shared designs option, where it was like, only use shared designs, never build your own. But I know it would break the game, which is why they can't do it. But I think the change we're going to have to make is to actually use American torpedoes and to use a single shot launcher, which is a lot closer to how an American DD would be built. So we've got 3 5-inch guns, 4 21-inch standard torps, very bog standard little thing. Still perfectly usable. The rooks. Hey, Muggy. Right, 1930. Let's see if we get any interesting whoa. They get all their modern battleships at once. Yikes. Yeah, that's that horrible one. And that's the Brooklyn we just built on. That's the German heavy cruiser. All right, let's do the modern one. 50,000 tons. Sure. 31 knots is going to be pushing it, but I'll try. Yes. Yeah, we're into the 30s now, W. I mean, that doesn't mean we're not going to be producing ugly ships. Yeah, we'll go with the top end tower. Oh, wow, I just saw the weights. No, we'll go with the low end tower. Thank you very much. Same here. Not paying through the absolute nose for... Why are they the wrong height? There we go. It's a very silly reason to do that. I mean, we could try and copy the North Carolina. She had 16-inch guns, right? They weren't 50s, though. I'm pretty sure they were 45s. Again, breaking my own rule. Change the gun lengths. There we go. Yeah, Iowa's with the 45s. The 50s, sorry. Yeah. So I'm going to break my own rule and change the gun lengths. I mean, it's looking okay. So, some of it looks a bit weird. Like those funnels seem really tall and really thin. But okay. Engine efficiency looks okay. I'm just doing this so I can test, like, get the armor sorted out. Gen 1 radar. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. Yeah, I think we go 5-inch. And 1.5. Alright, go back to high cap. Sure, 18-inch belt. 6-inch main deck. Again, unless we take a hit at 30,000 meters. Should be just about enough. Up armor the turrets though. Some layers. And we are 4% overweight. Short barrels look ridiculous. How fast were the North Carolinas? Can I find out before chat tells me? "28 knots, you did tell me faster. Thank you very much. I concur." Okay, that gets us closer. And if we drop the range to 20,000 kilometers, which is less than their... Wow, they had 32,000 kilometers of endurance. It was a max range ship. Oof. Okay, well, we sacrificed range for armor. There we go. Next. Battlecruiser. This looks like a very high draft ship. I'll take the cheap tower. Thank you very much. And the American, not the Japanese rear tower. Couple of funnels. I don't actually... What? I keep getting that. Mental note. I hate adjusting the parts file. USA modern battle cruiser. Remove gun caliber limit. Because that's stupid. Oh yeah, we're going to have to go 14-inch. Although I'm not sure they do fit. I can't. I'll make you fit. There you go. Just have to look at it right. Yes, the large cruiser is the Alaska. Oops. Don't need a battery. Yeah, but Lexington... I mean, I might be wrong, but if I was designing the Lexington, I would put 6... I would put twin 16s here, rather than triple 14s. But I don't actually know what the Lexingtons had before they got converted. Or were going to have. I don't think they ever got that far. Right. An 18-inch belt would be funny. I can armour it like it was going to be armed with a 16-inch gun. 8 16s, okay. ABXY, I'm assuming. I thought they were going to have 15s. I mean, it's possible they were going to have 15s, but an unusual caliber, the Americans, 4 twin 16-inch guns. That's what I thought. I mean, I would probably design them with 6 twins, 6 guns, 3 twins on this hull anyway. If I had a different hull, different towers. Yeah, see, 8 16s is... I mean, you probably could. Let's go make this 42,000 even. Many maximum? No. They were originally designed to mount 10 14-inch guns, 18 5-inch guns on a hull with a maximum speed of 35 knots. So I'm guessing I've downgraded their plans to 3 triple 14-inch gun turrets, so 9 14-inch guns, not 10, and we have 20 5-inch guns. A little range bump, but it doesn't go as fast. Yes, range bump is very handy on a battlecruiser. I quite like that. It's a decent ship. Heavy Cruiser 3. Well, I don't like heavy cruisers that big anyway. So that's fine. Oh, can we make it smaller? It's very big. I mean, it could maybe reduce the beam a little bit, but it's going to be pushing it. Yeah, let's go -5 on both. That would let me do 17,500. Couple of funnels. It's a heavy cruiser. Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 4, Mark 4. We could go 8-inch, which is kind of the standard heavy cruiser armament. I don't think they got 9-inch until the Salems. What speed can we get up to? 29 knots. Just a moment. unexpected. Yeah, well, I'll finish up this cruiser, and then I think we're going to end early, I'm afraid. But that means, well, more USA. Well, realistically, it's going to be next week. Right, 28 knots seems fine. Wow, we're seriously underweight. Oh, that's a good point. I did decrease the beam, didn't I? I'll push speed at the end. Right, armour. 8. It'd be nice if we could bounce AP shells from a 5-inch. Oh, I'm not using the 2-inch or 1.6 or 40mm, depending on your preference, at the moment, or in general with the ship pack. But I'm not using the 2-inch. Trying not to use the 2-inch too much. In fact, I think I'm just going to take them off because they're Mark 4s. So they're not as good as the Mark 3, the Mark 5 3-inch, but the 3-inch don't fit on this hull, so I'll just take them off. And make it easier for the AI to build the ship anyway. Deck pen. Oh. Reasonable amount of deck protection. Pretty heavy on the turret. 0.5 and wow. Yeah, we have a lot of displacement left. 31 knots is no problem. We can give it everything, and then we can just push speed. 35. Now we're running into engine problems. Yeah, okay, 35 knots is practically kind of where we're going to end up, isn't it? Still, why no radio? So, these don't really give you... Oh, I can now. I've got spare displacement. Normally, if you have a radar 1, you don't need anything here. Because this gives you comms range, which, to be fair, the others don't, but comms range hardly ever comes up. It does give you a little bit of aiming speed, recon, and flagship communications bonus. So it is worth having. But if it's a pure fighter, then the radar is just superior. You don't need the RDF, although it is nice to have it. So stick that on. 3, 1.5. I mean, this thing has everything except a triple bottom hull. 35 tons. Oh, I'm sure I can find 35 tons somewhere. There you go. So, what am I designing the ships for? So, these are going to go into the optional ship pack for the Dreadnought Improvement Project mod. So, they'll go into that, so you can download them, and it's training data for the AI builder. But I'm feeling quite tired. I have a bit of a sore throat, so I'm going to end a little bit early, I'm afraid. You can always watch this back on YouTube if you want, as well. I'm going to throw up the thanks for watching. If you want the ship pack, there should be a link in the description to the Nexus mods page. If you follow that, you can get the ship pack. You must be using DIP though. You can't load it into the vanilla game. I'll be back probably on Monday to just finish off the US designs and start on maybe might do Japan next, actually, because I'm quite familiar with those ships. So I might do Japan on Monday. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. YouTubers, I'm going to say bye-bye to you, and obviously it's going to end the VOD if you're watching it back. So bye-bye, bye-bye, bye. Twitch folk,